But adding to the president's bad day today, he did get a shove back today, a hard shove back today, from the anti-establishment politician on the political left, who seems to unnerve the president almost more than any other, and who hasn't otherwise given an in-person speech or done an in-person event since he himself left the presidential race way back in March. Watch.
What I am going to talk about is something that in my wildest dreams I never thought I would be discussing, and that is the need to make certain that the President of the United States, if he loses this election, will abide by the will of the voters and leave office peacefully. This is not just an election between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. This is an election between Donald Trump and democracy, and democracy must win. Let us be very clear. There is nothing in our Constitution or in our laws that gives Donald Trump the privilege of deciding whether or not he will step aside if he loses. In the United States, the president does not determine who can or cannot vote and what ballots will be counted. That may be what his friend Putin does in Russia. It may be what is done in other authoritarian countries, but it is not, and it will not be done in America. This is a democracy. No matter how rich or powerful you may be, no matter how arrogant and narcissistic you may be, no matter how much you think you can get anything you want, let me make this clear to Donald Trump. Too many people have fought and died to defend American democracy, and you are not going to destroy it. The American people will not allow that to happen. And to my Republican colleagues in the Congress, please do not continue to tell the American people how much you love America if at this critical moment you are not prepared to stand up to defend American democracy and our way of life. Stop the hypocrisy. In this unprecedented moment, what can we as a people do in the struggle to preserve American democracy? It is absolutely imperative that we have, by far, the largest voter turnout in American history, and that people vote as early as possible. As someone who is strongly supporting Joe Biden, let's be clear. A landslide victory for Biden will make it virtually impossible for Trump to deny the results, and is our best means for defending democracy. The American people, no matter what their political view, must make it clear that American democracy will not be destroyed. Our country, from its inception and through the sacrifices of millions, has been a model to the world with regard to representative government. In 1863, in the midst of the terrible Civil War, Abraham Lincoln at Gettysburg stated that this government, quote, of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. That was true then. That is true today. Regardless of what Donald Trump wants, the American people will preserve democracy in our country.
Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont today giving his first major speech since leaving the presidential race 6 months ago. And as you saw there, he is making a clear point with it. A barn burner today from Senator Sanders.